Hey fairies, welcome back to my channel. I do hope y'all keeping it cool, kind, and classy out here tonight. And I'm just gonna be talking, honestly. I'm just gonna be talking tonight about what is in the atmosphere. I'm gonna be talking about kind of who we've become. More than anything, yes. And this card is insistent on coming out. And that's exactly where we're going to start. Because I do feel that this is a collective that has not only persisted, but insisted. We have done a little bit of both. And when in doubt, we sat in the dark and we said, okay, I still got the light. Okay, I am still the light. It doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter because regardless of who I am told I am, I already know. And at the end of the day, this is coming from an energy where you know that anything that anybody tells you is exactly how they feel about themselves. 122. So it doesn't even matter. Doesn't even matter. You said thank you. But next. And that is the energy of this collective. So, this is a time of rejoicing, y'all. This is a time of coming back to self. And if you feel alone, if you feel like you don't have anybody, if you feel that you are by yourself and in the dark, you are in a time of transformation. You are in a time of truth and diving into yourself. So because you get to dive into yourself, because you get to do this by yourself, you have said no to a variety of people that tried to treat you any less than what you are. So let's talk about that. You've had many people in your life try to treat you less than what you are. But you knew this whole time. You knew this whole time where you stood. Or should I say where you sat, because you've been sitting on your throne for a while. You have been sitting on your throne for a while. And that is exactly why you feel like you deserve everything that people tell you that you are not worthy of. So this is confidence. This is true confidence. And it is no longer coming from a space of, oh, well, maybe I could, maybe I could survive this. Maybe I could get through this. Hi, y'all, welcome in. Maybe I could show myself why I deserve to be confident. This is no longer coming from that space. This is truly coming from a space of, I've already done the work. I've already done the work. I am ready to reap the reward. And I do feel that this is a collective with immense and prosperous and beautiful reward coming in. Beautiful reward coming in. And as I said that, I just felt like pressure. I just felt pressure. So I feel that this is for my truly internally famous collective. Internally famous. And I say internally because whether or not you are going to commit and pursue an external wealthy and, famous and internet persona, if you will. Whether or not you pursue an internet persona, this is truly for my collective that already is famous internally. And that is exactly why you did not stay where people tried to put you. That is exactly why not only do we have justice reversed, but we have the Four of Wands. So we got the Four of Wands, we got a little bit of justice in reverse. So this is truly an energy of people trying to get you to stay where you are because they know that you are so confident. They see your confidence and it like, I'm just gonna say like it's messing with them. It truly is getting to the point where it is messing with them. And because it is messing with these people, they are consistently prolonging this cycle that they have found themselves in from not only hurting you, hurting many people, doing the same thing, treating people the same way. And I'm hearing like playa. I'm hearing playa. So this is like probably coming from X energy, 511. This is probably coming from people in your past that you were in a relationship with, and they are seeing you glow, they are seeing you grow, they are seeing you be a beautiful perspective of yourself. And I say beautiful perspective of yourself because you are truly seeing yourself from an outside, and it is not coming from a place of dissociation any longer. It is coming from a place of, I don't understand why I am not reaping these rewards because I have done the work. I have been the work. I have put in the work. I have put in myself. I have put in my soul. So because of this, you are finally getting to the point
friend's him. So I just,
oh, okay.
Yeah, he's a really good buddy of mine. I seen him tonight at the Emmanuel Church. I guess he's not staying where he was. But I was like, I told him I'd be up here visiting a friend. He's like, yeah, I'm always up there. I'm like, man, it's not playing. But he's like, man, I usually always at 5:05. So I was just like, I just want to say hi.
Okay, well.
3:05.
Okay, now I know who you are. He talks about you all the time.
Does he?
Yeah.
So he never called me.
He respects you. I get the vibe he respects you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's something. Yeah, no, we fell out. I'm gonna be real.
I'm sorry.
It's for the best. It's for the best. But like, he's like a good friend, but anything past that, yeah, I've had a lot of relationships like that.
Yeah.
So it's like, but yeah, nice to meet you.
You too. 3:05.
Okay. All right. Well, you have a good one. Okay.
Okay. Good night.
Yeah, you too. Yo, I thought that was about to be something a little different. Because the last time I had a knock on my door in the middle of a reading, they was at my door talking about, you can't do this here. They was at my door talking about, what you say makes me uncomfortable. Okay, then walk away. Like, I don't know. You're not even in your apartment and you talk about what I'm doing in mine. Oh, okay. So yes, this is coming from a space of like, okay, you're finally falling out. This is where that reverse justice comes in, because you are finally falling out of the perspective that was leading to a reverse justice. So you were becoming this version of yourself that just didn't understand, literally right back to the beginning, you didn't understand why you were not able to reap these benefits. You did not understand. You wanted to. Like, universe saw this. Universe sees you. Like, that's what many people don't understand. Universe is directly looking at you from a bird's eye view. Like, maybe they're not staring at you. Like, they're not in your business or anything, but they feel you. Like, they are right where you are with you, and they are meeting you where you are. I say they because this is ancestors, this is past loved ones, this is past friends, this is past lovers, like this is many things. So this is not, as a human, we are so prone to just limit the higher power to a guy, to a woman, to one person, but it's not that. And so I say they, because I feel like this not only correlates to a higher power, but I feel that this correlates to the people around you. You have many people in your life watching you make the right choice, watching you say no when necessary, watching you view why you are in the space that you are and saying, I don't belong here. Watching you grow. And so we have many people in this deck. We got many people. Hello? We got many people in this deck talking about this makes me uncomfortable that you are growing. This makes me uncomfortable that you are becoming yourself. This makes me uncomfortable that you are being a better version of yourself. This makes me uncomfortable that you are moving on without me and I cannot control this any longer. So, that just made me feel a little confident. That just made me feel like a little bit of a bag of chips, y'all. Like, I am finally, like, okay, I'm channeling, whoa, like, I am finally ready. This is your future self. I am finally ready to move through and not around. And that is like, it just felt really important to say that. I am finally ready to go through what I am feeling and not find alternative routes. 1022. Because this is essentially future self of collective as is. So in collective, we all have a future self that feels essentially the same way about ascension. So it all comes back to being ready to receive, being ready to become, and allowing this old perspective to die. Allowing this old perspective to die in order to receive your justice. Because what you have been through was unjust. What you have been through was unnecessary hard work. What you have been through was untruth. What you have been through was 1111. What you have been through was essentially a truth of synchronicity. So it was you, 1124, falling back into the workaholic, falling back into, I'm hearing being a mother. And see, this is synchronization from a beautiful place. This is coming from my golden hearts. Like, once again, this is for my gold-hearted collective, y'all. Because this is coming from a space of, I need to step up and be here for these people because they do not fit the 1155 emotional or mental caliber in order to meet themselves the way that I know they deserve. So, let me put these cards back. We're going to fluff it up a little bit. We're going to get it fluffy, y'all. So, yes, I do feel that this is finally coming from a space of, I'm ready to forgive myself. I'm ready to forgive people around me and move with it. I'm ready to forgive because I need to move on. This is not coming from a place of, I'm ready to forgive because it's wrong to be mad at people. So this is truly a collective that has that heart space, has their heart chakra open, is invested in bettering the quality of said heart chakra. So they don't want to fall into success out of spite, 1255. They don't want to fall into moving on out of spite. They don't want to fall into being self out of spite. Because to be so angry at the world and try to continue to move on is only going to revert you. It will revert you and you will fall into a pattern of regret. And I don't know where this is coming from, but I feel the need to speak on this because you are truly 1332, 1333, y'all, coming into a, like, I'm just seeing like all of your heart chakras aligning. I'm seeing like this beautiful glow. It's like bling. The more you move through what you feel as opposed to say, I'll feel that heartbreak later. I'll feel that truth later. I'm not really into that right now. I don't really blah, 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 blah. It's not coming from that anymore. And that is like the most beautiful place that it can come from. It's just like a genuine place of love. Because this is a collective. For my realist real collective out here, 1415. This is for the people that are ready to move on and do it for betterment. Do it for their soulmate. Do it for their soul family. These are not people in this collective that are doing things so that they can spite people. As I said, I feel the need to heavily touch on that. This is not a collective of people that are consistently falling into a space of confirmation burp, excuse me. I'm gonna do this thing because it's gonna hurt this person. Like, that is not us. That is not you. That is not the truth. So when you have people telling you that this is you, when you have people telling you that you are bound to damnation, when you have people telling you that you are bound to repeat the same cycle, regardless of who you know you are and the ability that you have to move on, it really takes that self-awareness. It takes that consciousness. It takes that inner truth to step back and say, you know what? You're telling me that I'm a certain way, and I know within myself that this is not who I am. So it is time for me to move through this. It is time for me to move away. It is time for me to grow. And this is not a collective that's immature. It is time for me to grow, period. It's not time for me to grow up. I've been grown. I've been grown. And that's exactly what I'm getting, because this truly is a collective that parented their parents. Parented their parents. And, you know, that's kind of where that forgiveness comes in, because you sit back and you say, I get it, because they didn't mean it from this or that. They didn't, you know, want to set out to hurt me. But they truly just didn't, you know, they just didn't do better. They just didn't do better. And I can. And that's a beautiful opportunity. That's a beautiful honor. Because when in doubt, when everybody around you doesn't want to change, when everybody around you wants to stay in that same... I'm seeing like one of the, what's it called? The triangle transaction or whatever. The pyramid scheme. Okay, anyway. We got some mad people in the chat already, y'all. So I'm seeing a pyramid scheme because it's essentially, what was I saying? Okay, so it's essentially that you have people in your life who are okay with being in like this hierarchy, if you will. They're 1722. I'm going to try to word this the best I can. But you have people in your life that are completely fine with being in this pyramid scheme of essentially getting played, and then trying to rise to the top to claim all glory, and then shit on everybody else below them. But the thing about that is that when you get to the top of a hierarchy, you're only bound to follow through with the highest version of yourself that you were taught from somebody else. You're not actually going to be the highest version of yourself. You're going to look at the highest peak of this hierarchy, of this pyramid scheme, and you're going to say, okay, this person is doing this thing, so when I get up there, I'm going to do that thing. When I get up there, I'm going to do that thing. So that's your dream. Like, as... This feels really important. It's okay if it doesn't make any sense. But, okay. Okay. Anyway, so, y'all make me laugh. Y'all trying to make me so upset, and it makes me giggle. Because, as I was saying in the beginning, like, anything you got to say about me, you just feel that way about yourself. So it's kind of pathetic. But my point is that you have a bunch of people in your life. You got the peasants, right? And then you got like the middle class, let's say. And then even though it doesn't exist anymore, middle class does not exist anymore. But let's just hypothetically say you got peasants, middle class, and then the highest. So we got people that are the peasants. And I feel like this, right? I feel like we can... I'm just going to say you got a lot of peasants in your life, right? You got a lot of peasants, and these are not necessarily people that you hang out with on the daily. These are not people that are in, like, your smallest, closest circle. And these are not people that... These are not people that, you know, have your phone number or anything. But we got these people on the bottom, and they're looking up at the top, or they're looking up at middle class and saying, you know what, like, these people have this, these people have that. So when I'm in middle class and the highest of the high, then I'm going to have that in this. So what I'm trying to say is that you have people in your life with priorities that are falling back to others' priorities, and they are not actually establishing their own. So when they see you doing yourself, when they see you being yourself, when they see you loving yourself, when they see you accepting yourself and establishing your own goals, establishing your own dreams, establishing yourself 2011. They step back and they say, whoa, what makes you think that you can do that? Because you're a peasant. You're this, you're that. These people are first and foremost projecting. We got some projectors in the chat already, y'all. And basically, my point is that the more you see yourself, the more you're going to start to elevate, and you're going to have to like fall away from all of these people that tried to bring you back down. You're going to have to really, and it's not even about stepping back anymore. You're truly going to have to fly away and look at things from a bird eye view and say, wow, these people really were never going to contribute to my betterment. So I had to do it for myself. You're still watching though, Billy. But you're still watching though, Billy. How long has it been? You want to tell me? Because you seem to keep tabs on me. Weird energy. So that's exactly what I'm saying, because you are finally taking in your power. You are finally taking in yourself. You are finally establishing who you are, and you're saying, this is me. I'm ready to move away and move on from anybody who tries to keep that from me. That's a song, right? I think that's a song. You're my honey bun, sugar pie, something like that. So basically, hi, welcome in. I love nicknames like that. I think they're so cute. Yeah, I'm a little cliche about it, but I love that stuff. So, basically, what am I trying to say? Okay, so we got this card trying to come out, and we got a reverse star, y'all. We got a reverse star. So I feel that there are people in your life. I'm hearing like heavy on the destiny swapping. I'm seeing that there are people in your life that are trying to consistently, I'm hearing, swap your literal worth. Swap your literal being. Swap yourself. 2222, y'all. And this is why it is so important to step back from this and truly look at it from that bird's eye view and say, like, I'm gonna shine light on this because I shine. And like, that just is what it is, and I can't be stopped. I can't be told no. I can't be put into a box. I can't be told that I'm this or I'm that or I'm greedy. And I don't deserve to take my power back, because my justice is in taking me back. My justice is in taking myself back. Yes, tarot cards. We got some tarot cards out here, y'all. Spooky. Well, there's some spooky energy in here. So, basically, right as I said that, I had a sticky note fall from somewhere. I don't know where that thing came from. Spooky energy. Okay, so I feel like this. I feel like somebody is trying to like leave you a letter, leave you a item, possibly. This could be an heirloom. This could be just like a blanket that has been passed on from generations. So I truly feel that there is somebody in your life, and this could be family, this could be relationship, this could be friend, but I think that I really feel like somebody is trying to leave you an item or a note or a word, even just like a sentence that will essentially cast a spell on you, cast a hex on you. And within this, it's funny because the sticky note is upside down. So it's like, you're not even reading it. You don't even care. If it's an object, you're like, I don't want that. I don't want anything to do with it, because you can feel this energy. And truly, yes, you are casting light on this. You are casting light on this and taking a step back and saying, I remember the last time I let them tell me how to feel. I remember the last time that I let them tell me who I was. I remember the last time that I allowed them to revert my own power. So I insisted. Y'all can say that. Drop it in the chat. I insisted. I insist to claim my energy. I insist to claim myself, my love. 2444. I insist. Okay, you're still watching. You're the same guy. Okay. I'm not even gonna approach that. And that is exactly what the energy is. I'm not even approaching that. Woo! Because exactly what I just said. I remember the last time they made me feel less than myself, first and foremost. I remember the last time they told me I was greedy, they told me I was this, they told me I was that. And I also remember the last time that I refused my own power in order to contribute to theirs. Okay, so that's a good question. I'm not gonna necessarily predict his energy, but I will predict. I'm going to talk about his brain. I'm going to talk about his brain. Yes, that's what I'm hearing. I'm going to talk about his brain. Whoa! And I just saw the tower. So y'all either going to love me or hate me. I am not a Trump supporter, y'all. I can't. I can't. But it's only because he's misogynistic. And if it was any other way, I might feel a little bit differently. I support some of the things he does. I support some of the perspectives he has. I support some of the laws he drops. But aside from all, as a full-blown person, don't know how he has run for office so many times. I feel like, see, the thing is that I feel like, yeah, woo, in my cards, y'all, I feel like he has kind of encouraged, woo, okay, as the president, I could literally get killed for this, but I feel that he has kind of encouraged the human population. Interesting I said that. Interesting I said human population as opposed to what the government is. Whoa. 2707, y'all. So, I'm not going to speak on that part too much. But basically, I feel that we are being encouraged as the human race. I really feel the need to say that, to essentially revert into everything we were. And I feel that he is kind of like steering the ship of our civilization's downfall. And I feel that that is going to fall in on itself. I feel that it will fall in on itself. I'm not going to say, where he's going to end up. I'm not going to say, yes, I feel that was kind of interesting too. That was a good question. But here's the thing about it, because I don't want to speak too heavy on that because I could get in so much trouble. That's for another time. That is for another time. So basically, I feel that the people who mean business, I'm hearing, the real MVPs that mean business, the real MVPs that mean this is me, this is my power, I'm insisting it. This is no fake power. This is no egotistical power. This is no, I have a car. This is no, I have a Mercedes. This is no, I live in the White House. Like, this is not that. This is not stemming from, ooh, interesting, because I didn't see this. Okay, I'll get to that. This is not coming from a place of, I have these things, and that's what makes me. This is coming from a place of, I am beautiful on the inside and out, and I consistently show myself that. I consistently show up for myself. So this is going to reinstate, confirmation verb, reinstate your essence. And this essence is consistent of a magician. And because of this, so yeah, all right, woo, interesting. Okay, so we have, and this is not just regarding Trump, this is regarding anybody who is under false pretenses regarding their position of power. So we are essentially being oppressed as a society. We are essentially being oppressed as a society, but I am seeing that anybody, I could get in a lot of trouble for this, so just hang with me, y'all. I am seeing that I knew you were going to be a Trump supporter. I knew he was about to say some stuff like that. I knew it. And not just because you're coming off as an intense fascist misogynist or anything, but because you are insistent on misunderstanding me. You are insistent on standing under me, and that is not my problem. So you're still watching at the end of the day. You've been watching for a good 20 minutes. And you've spent all of that time finding my flaws. You've spent all of that time telling me who I am. So did you notice how I'm still acting on who I actually am instead of who you're telling me I am? And my point with this is that we have these two energies clashing, and we have this false prophecy, if you will. Ooh, we got a false prophet in the building, y'all. So we have these people who are like in power and in command just because they have a loud voice and they have money and they have nice cars, or if nothing else, they have a way of manipulating people and twisting their words in order to receive this power. So then we got people over here, right? And this is beautiful. Not only am I hearing Renaissance, but we have there's a word I'm looking for. we have like, I'm hearing a few words. I got renegade. Okay, so we got we got just this new, I can't think of the word I'm looking for. So we essentially have a new position of power is kind of where I'm trying to come from here. Hi, y'all, welcome in. My boyfriend would not like you talking to me like that. So, basically, I feel like serious. Which is always what I say when I can't form a sentence properly because I'm so giddy about being so serious. So anyway, revolution. Yes, that's the word I was looking for. We have a revolutionary collective of individuals that are specifically set out on changing the wavelength, changing the frequency, changing the credentials that are required in order to stand in power. So these people are eventually going to fall. I'm not going to drop my tarot cards actually because I respect them too much, but 3223, y'all. We have I just feel like there's a word I'm trying to use here. You must be blind if you don't understand why I have a boyfriend. That's so funny. You don't even know? Okay, fighting over me? You don't understand. So anyway, yes, we have a new revolution. This is the revolution. So all right. Okay, Edward. Okay, what are you, sparkling in the sun too? Y'all just competing because you're a guy. You're guys. That's just what guys do. But anyway, yes, I'm just hearing we have a new group of people that genuinely mean it. A new group of people that truly mean what they say, that are not going to say something and then revert, or say something and then fall back on it, or say something and then just like literally do the opposite, because I'm getting a lot of reverse cards. I'm looking at 3 different reverse cards and they're all pentacles. So, but you're a keyboard warrior though. So, I'm actually standing up for what I believe in. What did you actually do today? What did you actually do today? So anyway, y'all throwing me off the wavelength, and that is essentially the exact energy, because it's just that we have this group of people. I keep hearing a group of people. And I think that this could be either in your life, a position of power, or this could be bosses, or this could be friends that think they're better than you, or this could just straight be people that are hating on you. But yes, they are always falling back away from what they are saying that they're going to do. And not only this, but they're falling out of their own worth. They're falling out of their own worth. And I almost dropped that card. This doesn't mean that they're any less worth it. This doesn't mean that they're any less capable. This doesn't mean that they're any less of themselves. Okay, anyway, you're wasting my time. So this doesn't mean that these people have anything less to give, but these people are getting to the point where they're seeing that they never actually fall into what they say that they're going to do. And because of this, we are having that same revolution of people that are finally standing up for what they believe in, and we are having them essentially fall out of the people that were surrounding them, that took away from what they had to offer, and not only took away from what they had to offer, but like encourage them to sit in the darkness and just feel this heartbreak. Sit in the dark, feel heartbreak. Sit in the dark, feel heartbreak. And this was our idea of what it meant to be in a relationship. This is what our idea was of what it meant to be around people. This is what our idea was of being loved, is really what I'm hearing. And we have, so this is basically just symbolizing that we have a lot of immature people in our life. And I feel that I'm speaking for a collective as a whole. And so it's like we're falling away from everything that we were taught, and that is exactly why we are standing up as a revolution. And for the real ones, for the realest of real ones, we gonna stand up and we gonna be heard. And that's like really what I'm getting from this energy right now. Anyway, excuse me. I'm just gonna, I feel like there's one more thing I want to talk about. I'm gonna keep it light. I'm gonna keep it light, bud, y'all. Light, bud. I gotta flip these things. But yes, I'm basically like, what I'm trying to say through all of this is that regardless of what other people say, regardless of what other people try to make you feel, regardless of okay. A lot of interruptions tonight, y'all, but basically, I gotta go take care of some business. So I will catch y'all in my next live. Keep it cool, kind, and classy.